Hi there, hope that's recording. I thought it's a while since I did a video, so I'm making a finer chain with quite thin wire, and it's how to solder these effectively and make it a really nice robust chain. So I'm using strip solder. In the UK this is standard way of using, I don't know about the rest of the world. And I've rolled it through the rolling mills so it's thin, and then I've split it up the middle with the shears. And then I'm using my Johnny Cash finger, to cut really skinny little strips. It's much easier to do it like that and they don't fly off. And there's your solder. Tiny little pallions, but I like them to be a bit long so that they're not little square jobs. This is an easier way of doing it. I'm going to pop these on the bench and I'm going to put a blob of borax flux on top of them. Here's your flux, liquid flux. I'm going to paint those little bits of solder with it. I've pre-cut all my links, having wound the wire, rolled the wire to what I want, and then rolled it round a pencil to get the shapes. So these are all actually open. These are what we're soldering on. Now, it can be harder when you've got the weight of this, so what you can do is you can make several lengths and then join them together. So that's a length that's made, and I'm working on another length at the moment which later I'll join onto this one, so you don't have to handle all the chain. Hope this will all be on film and get my hands in and so on. It's not easy to, because I'm moving about a bit. So you want your tweezers at hand, you've got your little hobby torch or whatever torch you use. This is a really nice one actually. They don't last forever, but good while they go. So here's a piece that I'm building at the moment, and it's that colour because it's oxidised, because it's not been put in the pickle bath. It's not been put in the acid to clean it. So picking up one link with my nails, I'm going to locate the ends. It's got to be a perfect join. See, perfect little buttress join there. Using the spring of the metal, manipulate until you get a perfect join. Now hold over the tweezers. Paint it with flux, not too much. And then I'm going to lay my little bit of solder on top. It's a bit bigger than normal, but it's going to show up in the vid, so hey. Another tip, make sure your tips of your tweezers are absolutely free of borax, because if you've got sticky tips, it plays havoc with getting the little bit of solder in place. So keep your tweezers clean, just wipe them on your finger or on your trousers or whatever. And so there you go, that's ready to go. Now, you don't need to switch the light out on a little job like this. You're pretty aware of your colour, you're going to see it anyway. So I'm going to click on my torch and then gingerly start to warm that. And if the bit pings off, that's life, that sometimes happens. Now look, there's your borax bubbling up, doing its job, excluding air and oxide from the join. And there's the join. Done. Off, quench, water, join solid. It's not run very nicely, so I'm going to actually reheat that. This is what to do if it doesn't run right. The other thing is, look, if you hold your piece like that, you're taking all the heat. The tweezers are going to take all the heat off the wire. So you want to hold it far away, but with the tips. Yeah? Hope this is all happening. Now I'm going to re-borax, that's all you need to do. and I'm going to rerun. See if that blob can go. It was a bit of a big bit of solder. Here we go. Careful you don't heat the one underneath. You don't want anything there, and you don't want to heat the underneath part of that length. So that's run better, so it's a nicer job. Quench, let's have a look. Check all your joins as you go, because otherwise it's laborious at the end of the day. So, you know, it should be a nice sturdy chain. This takes a good pull. We like to make things that last. So next link. Sterling silver. It's kind of a oblong wire I've made. Section is oblong. But these links on their own are nothing, you know, this wouldn't have any strength, it's the sum of the parts. So here I'm going to borax. Not too much. Just blow on it hard if it's too much. Solder, already boraxed. Lay it across the join. It's actually a bit too much going on with the tweezers, keep it dry. There's enough borax on there to do the job. Lay it, clean again, hold, torch on. You want your pally and a solder right on the join there. Coming in, easy. Warm it carefully. If you just come in and blast it, you'll blow the pally and the solder off. Oh, like that. Stop. This is why I have two pair of tweezers, because now that's warm. Pick that up again, lay it on. Change. Bit less gas maybe. It's a bit of a ferocious flame, let's see. Sometimes it will ping off more than once. Patience is a must, being a jeweler. Heating both sides of the join. It heats up very, very quickly. And there it goes. If you want, you can check the insides always to see that little line. There's your solder joint. See, it's run through to the inside. Okay, so there, we're building away. Next one. Another tip. When silver is red hot, it's very soft. So if you're holding this little wire too tightly with your tweezers, you'll actually deform the wire because it will just squish. So you don't want to be heating the part that you're holding. And also you don't want to solder it to the next one underneath, because you've got a solder joint on the one underneath quite close. So keep all this right up to the join area. Bit of solder. Again, a bit bigger, but it shows you. A bit too wet, so I'm going to dry and pull that off with the tweezers. Pull that like a bird's beak. Pull the water off, look, if there's excess on the join area. Now I'm going to hold underneath, look, holding just enough. Light up. Come in slow. And kind of warm the air around the job first, just to take that bit of evaporation, take that bit of moisture off the borax. That's what pings your solder. When it starts to bubble, it's doing its job. Just heating that area, look, but make sure you're heating both shoulders, because if you only heat one side, that's where the solder will go. You've got to give them both the same deal. There it goes. Now, at the end of the day, when all this is joined up and polished and so on, or tumbled, or rolled up in a leather bag with ball bearings in it, would polish it as well. It was also hard in the metal, so it becomes a very nice chain, lightweight, strong. You can of course make your links whatever shape you want by winding on a different sort of former. Whatever you wind your wire on becomes the shape of your links, and then I just cut through the coil of links with my tin snips, and that gives you your loose links. So don't hesitate to ask questions, if there's anything else I can help you with, and I hope you're having fun. Bye bye!